Welcome to Homemaking with Mima, and I am in need of some fabric softener. I'm totally out, and so I'm gonna make that for you today. It's a homemade recipe. I got it off Pinterest a long time ago. I hand wrote it, as you can see, and I keep it in a white binder that I've created. So I'm gonna bring you along with me for that today. It's not very difficult, but I will show you the steps. If you can hear some dog toenails in the back, I'm still watching my daughter's dog for her while they're on a vacation. So for the homemade fabric softener, it calls for 1.5 quarts or 6 cups of distilled water. Use that one up. I brought another one up from my storage. So that's 4 cups, and I just need 2 more. Then it calls for 1.5 cups of vinegar. And I always put a full 2 cups. Vinegar's not going to hurt your clothing at all. So then what you do is you just bring this up to temperature, not even a boil or anything. You just heat it up. And then after it gets heated up, I'll show you the steps that we take after that. Okay, so I have brought it to a simmer. I don't know if you can see the steam coming off of it. It wasn't at a boil, just a simmer. It says to heat water and vinegar to a slight simmer, remove from heat and whisk in conditioner well. Let cool completely and place in a jug with a lid. So I'm going to use the cheapest conditioner that I can find in my area right now is this, the VO5. And I'm not going to use the whole bottle. I'm only going to use probably about half of it. So I'm just going to squirt about half of it in. Then we'll whisk it up. You can see the steam as I'm whisking it. And then I'm going to let it sit for about 30 minutes. I have a timer here. And then I'll place it into the jug. And this is just a jug. It was an old vinegar jug. And I just keep reusing it. The fabric softener doesn't get moldy or anything because I'm using the distilled water. If I was using tap water that wasn't filtered, I'm not sure if it would get moldy or not. But I followed the instructions. And I had found this recipe on Pinterest if I hadn't mentioned that. So the fabric softener has cooled off for 30 minutes. It's still really warm, I think, because I have a heavy bottom pot that you just slowly doesn't want to cooperate. Use your funnel and put it into this container. And this container is a thicker plastic jug, so it should be able to handle any of the heat residue that's from the fabric softener. And that's it. So when I was looking through my refrigerator, I have a little bit of this Olive Garden creamy Italian dressing. And I'm in need of quick lunches for myself while I work. So I'm boiling up some elbow macaroni, and I'm only going to cook it till it's al dente, and then I'll run cold water over it and mix this creamy Olive Garden signature Italian dressing just to get it out of the refrigerator. And it's just going to make a quick salad for myself for lunch. The macaroni is done cooking. So now I'm going to strain it. And I'm going to I'm going to run cold water over it to stop the cooking process. So I placed my macaroni into a bowl that I'm just going to use for mixing. And I'm just going to put the rest of that dressing in here. And the macaroni is going to absorb it all. Doesn't really have much for color. However, I did get out some chopped chives. I'm going to put some chopped chives in there. I'm just going to use a fat container. And I do have a little bit of some chopped onions in the refrigerator, so I'm going to grab them out. I'm going to put some of those in there. A little bit of some chopped onion. And this is going to be a quick lunch for me to take to work. I'm just going to put it in this container and put it in the refrigerator. I want to thank you for joining me today while I made some homemade fabric softener, and I threw in there a quick lunch that I made for myself for work. Just some elbow macaroni and some leftover salad dressing, using up the salad dressing that was in my refrigerator. One more item gone that I don't need to worry about using up. If you like more of this content, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, and you make it a great day.